Red Sox lose 2 or 3 from Atlanta.
Yep.
Correct.
Over the weekend, as you just heard Dave O'Brien say there, back to 2 games under 500. Mazz, your thoughts?
Okay, so here's my biggest concern with the Red Sox right now. And people are going to say the manager, pitching, bullpen, starting rotation, defense, stupidity on the bases, all of which are qualified. I'm not dismissing any of those. And yet, I would sit here and I would tell you, you know what the biggest concern is to me? Earlier this year, they played Toronto in a 4-game series at Fenway Park. They lost the first 3 games. In the finale, they rallied and won at the end of the game when Trevor Story hit a little dribbler. We made a big deal out of the fact that they put the ball in play. There it is. There's the turnaround. Now they're going to start playing better. They went to Chicago against the White Sox and lost 11-1. First game there. Then, just recently, they had a bad weekend against the Twins. They had Monday off. Texas came in here. Okay, fine. Chance to reset. Chance to start over. You know what happened? They lost 6-1 in a game they did not show up for. And now the Braves, Saturday night, Rafael Devers hits a walk-off home run. They come back. They win the game against the Braves, 7-6. Here you go on Sunday, as Dave O'Brien said, turn it around. They come back from a 3-0 deficit. Devers hits a grand slam. Now they're ahead 4-3. They get smoked 10-4. Every opportunity they get to play better, every single one, they fail. So a couple of years back, you asked me one time, the Red Sox have momentum. I said, I don't believe in momentum in baseball because it only lasts for the duration of that particular game. That's it. The next day you show up, it starts over, and you send someone else to the mound, and if that guy's a bum, you're going to lose. And that has happened to them too. So I think the starting pitching is clearly a problem. I thought that in addition to Garrett Crochet, they needed someone from the group of Walker Buehler, Tanner Houck, Brian Bayo to step up and be half decent. Buehler got hurt. Houck sucks. Bayo pitches dumb and is too emotional. So none of them have panned out. The Red Sox have a 5.23 ERA from their starters, from everyone not named Garrett Crochet.
Let me take it one step further.
Okay.
John Germain, our buddy at Boston Sports Inf. Comes out of retirement. I don't know if he sent this to all of us or just me. He says, just a quickie, Felger, on the Red Sox, while everybody worries about who plays first base instead of the real issue, starting pitching. Here are their combined last 5 starts, excluding Crochet.
Okay.
So last 5 from combined, Houck, Bayo, Dobbins, Giolito. 20 1/3 innings pitched, 42 hits, 31 earned runs, 7 home runs, 12 walks, 14 strikeouts, an ERA of 13.72, and a whip of 2.66. John says, virtually impossibly bad. There aren't any prospects that can fix that mess. Starting pitching.
Right, exactly. So that is the number one on-field need. I don't think it's even debatable. So I explored this one today because I had someone look it up. I actually called over to the Red Sox because I don't have access to this search engine.
Did they hang up on you immediately?
I'm sorry. I say I called over, Murray. I emailed. Okay. So I emailed because I said I have a stat question. I wanted to know what the overall winning percentage of major American League teams is this year if they lead after 5 innings. Because that's a starter now. 83% of the time you win if you're ahead after the first 5 innings.
In the American League.
83%. 83%. And so if you don't get good starting pitching, the point being, for all the bullpen talk, and the Red Sox suck in the bullpen too. Okay, don't get me wrong. I'm not excusing that. If you get off to a bad start, the game's over. It's over. You have a 17% chance of winning if you're in a hole after the 5th inning. 17%. So that's for sure. And up to this point, I've said to you, I'm fine with everybody criticizing Alex Cora. I don't think he's going to get fired because he just signed a new contract. I still don't think he's going to get fired. But when the team doesn't respond and plays the same way for how many years in a row now? 5, 4, 22, no, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. 5 years in a row, you throw out 21 because they had a half-decent year. So 4 years in a row. Has their play changed?
Nope.
To me, when the team doesn't respond, sometimes you have to change a manager just for the sake of the appearance.
Well, it's not just that. Team doesn't get it. Then they don't get it. And Cora's part of the problem. This thing today, missing this game, is kind of preposterous. It's crazy to me. It's like he's missing tonight's start because his daughter graduated from BC this morning. I believe the ceremony was at 10 a.m. It might have been 11. Was it 10 or 11?
It was 10 a.m. Doors opened at 8 a.m.
So the graduation was 10. They were, I believe, done by noon, which means you have a nice big party in the middle of the day. So you get to go to your daughter's graduation and have a full graduation party and just cab down the street and manage the game. And he's not going to be at the game?
You could even show up a little late.
That is crazy. That to me is crazy. It's one thing for the players who, as part of the union and the CBA, get paternity leaves and personal leaves and all this, which is a whole nother story. But this is like a manager.
If you wanted to take 1 million photos with your family, stuff your face, you should at the latest be done by 3:30.
It's crazy.
Unless you decided ahead of time, I want to tie one on for my daughter's graduation.
He could even do
it's
it.
A day off.
He wouldn't be the first manager with the first Red Sox manager carrying a buzz into the dugout. We don't forgive it. A couple glasses of wine.
In fact, it used to be that you couldn't get hired as a manager unless you had a buzz.
You would be given an excuse. Bottle of champagne, glass of champagne for your daughter. Yeah, fine. Come on, it's just the tone you set and the example you set for the team. It's not like, they need him there to make the pitching change or lay down the bunt. It's just the leadership and optics of the whole thing. It's like it's a very easy chance for him to say nothing's more important than tonight's game. And it's just he just does it by example. Nothing's more important than this game. So I'm going to go to my daughter's graduation. I'm going to show up for the game because that's what we all have to do. We have to sacrifice for the team. Like it's just obvious, symbolic, optical thing that he's not going to do. It's crazy to me. Bonkers.
I mean, everything's in play as far as I'm concerned. Because, again, it's been the same now for 4 years. The team doesn't respond.
I mean, when I first heard this,
they don't respond.
I said, okay, she's, graduating from Oregon. And he can't make it back for the game. Got it. He can't get from Eugene, Oregon. You ever try and fly to Eugene, Oregon?
No,
I just tried to send my wife. It takes all day. It's like flying to freaking Australia. So, all right, you can't get from Eugene to Boston. All right. You know me. I'll get on anyone for it. But all right, so his daughter's graduating from Oregon. Or, she's doing a semester abroad in New Zealand. They can't get home. I can't get here from there. You get a day. I got it. Family. Hey, nothing's more. You know me. Nothing's more important than family. So I was going to let either Boston College, right over there.
Yeah,
it's crazy. Team doesn't get it. The players aren't willing to put aside their individual thing for the team as headlined by your best player and Rafi Devers and that whole thing. Never mind the raft of young kids who probably don't get it. And now it's like now the manager. It's like, well, no wonder.
Again, I called him insubordinate. Ever since he got paid, I think he's been insubordinate. He sides with Devers. He's half-assed it, bitched about the weather. He's part of the problem. I think he's got to go.
So, again, to me, that if you make a change, that's the reason to do it, is that the team feels to me like they're just not engaged. They're just not engaged. And where do you turn for that other than the manager? And I don't think they're going to fire him. But I just don't see the team responding. So he gives a comment after the game yesterday about like he sounded agitated. We have to pitch better. But it never lasts. The team never plays well for any sustained period of time.
Does he get it? I don't know. The team doesn't get it.
I mean, he used to. I don't know if he does anymore.
Maybe it's just meant for that veteran team knocking at the door and he's that kind of manager, which like everyone's that kind of manager, right?
I mean, who wouldn't want a team like that?
All I know is I can't wait for the questions to Alex tomorrow about the graduation. Alex, who was the commencement speaker? Could you talk about the graduation? How was it?
I know you get on me. I know every time I go down this road, I'm the a-hole.
You're not.
Drake May didn't come back from Mike Vrabel, and Al Horford and the birth of his kid, and Mike Hurley and all. Like, I'm the a-hole.
You're not.
And but I mean, I am, and I don't change my mind on any of it. I feel the exact same way I ever felt. A lot of times I don't feel like going there. So like I don't fully feel like going there today. Like I'm just not in the mood to deal with the pushback, deal with the people. You ever know? Then I take a day off and say, "Oh, Felger, where are you?" Like I don't feel like it today. But on this one, on this one, you got to be kidding me. It's right down the street. It was at 10 in the morning.
First pitch wasn't 1:10. You know, like
That's like the perfect, like you couldn't have scheduled that any better. He didn't have to get up early. He could do just you go to the graduation, have a full, big blowout lunch for like 4 hours if he wanted. 5, he could show up a little late.
Even a couple of cocktails.
I was at my daughter's graduation. I had to miss BP. I couldn't do the pregame media thing. I couldn't do BP, whatever. I couldn't hit the fungos. Okay. Like everyone would sort of understand, but you're there in the dugout for the game because nothing's more important than the game. And I put us to me, this one's crazy. So I don't know if I'm the a-hole on this one.
You're not.
no, not this one.